everyone, it's Khánh Ngọc and Khánh Châu again. Let me take a guess. I'm pretty sure the first thing that caught you all's attention this time is our outfit. Have you seen this kind of clothes before? This is a traditional Vietnamese outfit called Five Flap áo dài, originally áo dài ngũ thân. Well, our topic today is not about learning new idioms. You'll be very curious about what we're gonna share today.
First of all, it should be noted that the English translations of words included in our video may not be completely accurate, as foreign languages don't always have equivalent names when it comes to another country's cultural values. But don't worry, we'll have original Vietnamese words displayed on the screen for your reference. Most of you may have been familiar with the images of áo dài as the traditional costume of Vietnam, but do you know how it first appeared? Five flap áo dài is a form of attire worn in the 18th and early 19th centuries. During the aforementioned period of time, people were forced to wear Chinese clothing. Eventually, some designers came up with a new design that showed the independent culture of Vietnam for both men and women. There were actually some differences in the design of five flap áo dài among different regions, but we'll try to give you the most overall look of it throughout history.
As shown in the name Five Flap áo dài, this attire has two flaps sewn together at the front, two others at the back, and a small flap called baby flap hidden underneath the main front flaps. All these flaps together hold a noble meaning. The four flaps at the front and the back represent father, mother, father-in-law, and mother-in-law, while the baby flap represents the person wearing the dress. As you can see here, a five flap áo dài has 5 buttons, 2 on the front and 3 on the right side. The first button should always be in the center of the collar, and the distance between the first and the second button should be shorter than the length from the second to the third one. It's also important to know that these buttons are usually made of wood, gemstones, or metal, which is a significant difference to help us distinguish the Vietnamese five flap áo dài and the Chinese trunk sam. There are several ways to interpret the meaning of these 5 buttons, but they are most commonly known for symbolizing the 5 constant virtues in feudal ethics, including kindness, decorum, uprightness, wisdom, and faithfulness, or the 5 moral obligations in feudalism, which are king and subject, father and child, husband and wife, brothers and sisters, and last but not least, friends.
Traditionally, five flap áo dài has 3 kinds of color: cross color, giao lĩnh, round color, viên lĩnh, and standing color, lập lĩnh. Currently, our outfits have standing collars that fit snugly around the neck. Now, this detail may not seem clear. There's a white undergarment underneath the five flap áo dài, the color of which should be slightly higher than that of the outer layer. However, some designers nowadays attach a thin white band on top of the outer collar. So if you have a chance to put on this traditional attire and it's already got the fake color, remember not to wear the undergarment. There are 2 main types of five flap áo dài, but they are only different in terms of the width of the sleeves. The first type, five flap áo dài with loose sleeves, can be called áo ngũ thân tây thụng, áo tất, áo lễ, or áo thụng, is what I'm wearing now. The typical white sleeves should be of about the same length as the flaps. When wearing loose-sleeved five flap áo dài, your 2 arms ought to be folded in front of your stomach, as the sleeves are long and baggy. This action is meant to hide both hands, which indicates humbleness, respect, as well as elegance in significant events.
Another type of this attire is five flap áo dài with tie sleeves, also known as áo ngũ thân tây triển. It has snugly wide armholes, and the sleeves are tied towards the cuffs to comfortably fit the wrist. Both kinds of five flap áo dài can be worn with traditional wooden clogs or embroidered mules, like what we're wearing right now. Wearers can also wear this attire with a wrap turban, khăn vóng or khăn lung. In women's hair is usually done with brooches or hairpins, but these are all optional and up to the occasion. A five-flap áo dài with loose sleeves was originally worn on formal occasions such as weddings, funerals, death, and ancestor worship. The side-sleeve one was more common in casual daily life activities. However, nowadays, both kinds can still be worn on such occasions, and generally whenever we feel like wearing them. Isn't it exciting to see Vietnamese attire being more and more popular among people from all walks of life?
The five-flap áo dài, along with numerous other traditional Vietnamese attire, has been playing a crucial role throughout Vietnamese history. Thought to have been nearly forgotten, these kinds of ancient clothing have made a powerful comeback in recent years and have reasserted their position in Vietnamese culture. Not only does this positive trend preserve a vital part of our country's historical and cultural values, but it also helps raise awareness, especially among the young. Preserving and promoting traditional attire is not the duties of any particular person, but of every Vietnamese. Therefore, it is high time we all joined hands and breathed new life into the old days. It's been a great pleasure for us to put on the five-flap áo dài and introduce it to you all. Thanks for following us through this exciting journey. And by the way, we still have a bunch of projects worth waiting for in the future, so make sure you've hit the subscribe button. And goodbye, see you all again soon.